Hello, welcome back. In our last video, that's the fifth video, we kind of looked at the a few of the modifications that was made on the already existing modules on SMS system. So, but in this module, we are going to solely look at the HRM module. HRM module, we are going to be looking at HRM module and do some hands-on on some of the features that we have here. Okay, but before we proceed, let's create additional user account, because right now it's just the owner's account that we have on the system. So click on add user. So the interface of creating user definitely has changed. So let's have this user as admin. Let's call it admin. The email address, let's see, admin ad@ad. Okay, then the username, can have the username as admin. Let's clean this up. Okay, let me take this. So it's an admin's account. So you select the the way you create every other user. If this person is a sales commission agent, you mark it yes. You can set the sales commission percentage, the amount allowed for discounts, and set the demographic information of this user, set the account number and the account details, select the apartment this person belongs to. Let's say it's HRM. Select the designation. Let's say it's the human resource manager. You can select the primary work location. Let's say warehouse one. Then you can set the basic salary. Let's say the basic salary in this case is $80,000. So and it's per month, so you can set per month, per week, and per day. Then these are the payment component. That's the benefits if you have created any, but right now we have not created any benefit. Probably okay, I will do that from when we go to the HR module. So let's have this user created. So I click on add user and have this user account created, and email will be sent to the user. Okay, since we're already on this user management, let's also look at some of the roles and permission that we have here. So when you click on this permission, you see there's a permission for the opening stock, there's a permission for manufacturing module, there's a permission for payment account, there's a permission for account settings, ledger account report, HRM leave type, leave attendance, payroll, and so on and so forth. So let's move into the HRM module and see the features we have here. So with the HRM module, you'll be able to manage all your staff, different types of staff that you have. You'll also be able to create types of leave and manage the leaves, attendance. If you do your attendance by shift, you'll also be able to manage that, create different departments, like you saw how we selected department. So we just take a look at that. So I have already created a few leave type, like we have maternity, sick, vacation. You can add more by simply clicking here and click on leave type, enter the leave type, put the maximum leave count, and set the leave count interval. Okay, then this is also for taking leave. So if you can see the report of leave so far taken by your staff, you can view the details. Let's say, for instance, select this owner. You can view the number of pending leave, approved leave, cancel leave, and so on. So to take leave, click on action menu, say add leave. So you select the employees that you want to add kind of their leave form. Then select the type of leave they're going for, when the leave is starting, when it's ending, the reason for the leave. Then once you are done with that, you have that set. So let's just fill this up since we have already started this. Let's say this is for vacation and it's starting next week to end this. So we'll say vacation. So once you click on add leave, the system automatically add the leave for these two users that I've selected. But the leave also need to go through some approval. It has to go through from approval. So to approve the leave, you just click on the leave status and select whether the leave is being approved or is being cancelled. So let's select that leave is being approved. So once you do that, the staff get a notification of the new leave approval. You can also, let's also approve this. So, and the staff from his own or her own interface can also view the activities on the leave, how whether it has been approved or not. Okay, so that's about leave. You can select employee. I've shown you this before to see more details about the leave, filter leave by date range, and so on. Okay, then the next is attendance. So this is the attendance model on this HRM model. The attendance model, like I tried to explain earlier on, this model, the staff can clock in remotely from where they are to, let's say they have their workplaces at a remote place or they work off the office location, so they can actually use their phone or device that has a good GPS to clock in, and the system will capture their exact location. So you can also take attendance by shift. You can create different attendance shifts, different attendance shifts, and map your staff to different shifts. Then during their shift time, that's the time they will be able to clock in, or then when their shift is over, that's when they'll be able to clock out. So we can go ahead and create probably one shift and demonstrate that. Let's say that this is a morning shift. Let's say morning shift. It starts by this time to end, let's say, in few hours time. And okay, this feature do auto clock out is you can set the system that once the shift end time has reached, automatically clock out at a specified time every user that have clocked in for this shift. So we can say since we have the shift to end in 8:08, we can say at 8:15 automatically clock out all the attendance in this leave. So in this shift, so we can also indicate the days that are holidays or weekend, so that the system also takes that into consideration. So once you create the shift like I've done now, the next is to assign users or staff to the shift. So right now I only have my this user's account and admin account, so you can actually check two of them and click when they start, the shift date starts, and when it ends. You can also specify maybe it's 1 week morning shift. You can also specify the time and click on submit. So with this, users can log in remotely. As it is now, I can either click on here or click here to clock in for this attendance. Then before we clock in, let me go to the setting and show you some of the things you have on the settings as regards to attendance. So you can set this, is location required, yes or no. So if you set it to yes, the system must capture the staff, the employee's location before it will be able to before the user will be able to clock in. So if you set it no, then the user will be able to clock in without the system automatically capturing the location of that user. So grace period before checking in and grace period after checking in. These are the information that you need to fill up here. So let me try clocking in. So for when you are trying to clock in, if I click on this, it says a location is required. You must enable location. So for me to do that, I just click on this and say allow. So the system will try to automatically get my location. Okay, for instance, now that has gotten my current location. So with this, I just click on submit. Then the system will clock me in automatically and kind of show the time I clocked in and when my shift is supposed to end. So the attendance starts running from here. If I try to clock out, the system will say no, you have your shift time is not yet over. That's as a user, or as an employee, but an admin can automatically can also clock you out from another provision for attendance. So it says shift is not over. So another way of taking attendance is through the admin adding attendance of employee. So let's say, for instance, I select this employee. This employee is already clocked in a minute ago. So the other one is admin. So you can select when this admin is clocking in, and you can also select the clock out time to clock the user out. So you select if it is shift, you select the shift, and once you click on save, the system automatically records the attendance. So you can also clock out by clicking on this, selecting the user, and set the clock out time, and the system will clock that user out. So it can now view attendance by shift, view it by date. You can also import attendance from, let's say, have a biometric attendance system that you have already placed in place, that have already put in place. You can, at the end of the day or at the end of the month, export the report from there and have it imported on the system. Okay, that's about it on attendance. So before we get to payroll, let's look at other modules we have in this HR module. We have a module to create departments. I've already created two departments here. So let's add ICT department. So I type ICT department. You have to put the unit, the department code. It has to be unique. It doesn't allow for duplicates. So let's follow the pattern of what I already have. So something goes for designation, then something goes for sales target. This is where you set target for your sales commission agent. So let's, for instance, this owner is okay. You're not seeing admin here because admin was not set as a sales commission agent. So to set target for this owner's account, you have to indicate the sales amount from, then where it gets to, and the percentage, the commission that will be attached to it. So you can have many sales target sets. You can say maybe from $0 to $2,000, give 2% commission. You can add more. You can say maybe from now 2,000 to 10,000, give 6% commission. So you have this set. So the system now uses this information to calculate the commission that is due to that user based on the sales made by that user. Okay, then the most the interesting part of the system too is the payroll module, which I'm going to explain any moment from now. So we also have filters here, like we have on okay, like we have here. When you click on them, they collapse when you click on it. Okay, so for payroll, you also have such, but it's already collapsed automatically. So when you click here, you get to see it collapse. Then you can select employees or departments to view the payroll. So to create a payroll, the first thing you do, you have to make sure you have set your payment components. Your payment components are the allowances and the deductions that is calculated alongside with the payment module. You can also include taxes, taxes paid up to salary deduction from some company that you have kind of given the approval to at the end of the month, that part of your salary should be paid to. Okay, so let's go ahead and create an allowance and a deduction. So let's say we have housing allowance. So it's an earning. You have to type. You have either it's an earning or it's a deduction. So we have add employees to this, and we make it let's say based on either their salary. You can make it a fixed amount, or you can make it a percentage of their basic salary. A percentage of their basic salary. So let's have this housing allowance as a fixed amount. Let's say in this case is 8,000. Then if there's a particular period you want this allowance to apply to, or the deduction to apply to, you have to specify the date here. That is when you get to that date, that's the only time this will be this this allowance or deduction will apply. So if you don't set any date, it means that it will apply for every time you try to create a payroll. So let's just leave it the way it is and create this one. So you can create as many as you want. Let's create one deduction. Let's create one deduction. So let's say pension tax. So this is a deduction. So let's say this one is based on percentage of salary. Let's say it is 5% of your basic salary. So we just click this and submit. So you can have as many payment components created as you want. So then let's go back to creating payroll. So when you click on create payroll, the system gives you the option to select whether you want to create the payroll per your business location, or you want to create for every locations at once. So you can click here to select all employee, or deselect, or select them one after the other, however you want to have it done. Then you have to set the month that you're paying you're paying the month of for the payroll. So let's select July as the month for the payroll. So we click on proceed. So once you click on proceed, the system will automatically calculate every deductions and allowance for each employee or each staff that you have selected. So for instance, in this case, this is the owner's owner's payroll. So you get to see the number of work duration is just today that I've created it. So you have 1 day, that's one attendance existing. So the duration is per month, and this is the basic salary, and this is the house allowance that we have created as a payment component, and this is the tax a deduction, which is 5% of the basic salary, which is giving you this amount, and you get to see the total the gross amount or the gross salary at the end of every addition and deduction. So the same thing you also see for that of the admin, the allowances and deduction. You can add more from here. You can add more components from here, directly from here, if you want. So once you are done, if you are still preparing this payroll, then you can save it as a draft and continue and save and save. So you can check this as a send a notification to your employee that payroll is on is on the way coming. So once you save this as a draft, you have the payroll created for each of the user. You can view the payroll slip already. So for instance, this is this user's payroll slip. You get to see the basic salary, the allowances, the deduction, the net pay, and the status of the payroll, whether it has been paid or not. You also get to see the date of present, the number of days present and the number of days absent, the work duration, and the rest. Okay, then you also if you want to edit this payroll that you have created, now you come to payroll group. You come to payroll group. You see the status of this is still a draft, and the payment status is still due. It has not been paid. So if we want to create this edit this, we can come back here to edit this. So if we try to add payment to this payroll now, because the status is still draft, the system will tell you no. So we can also view the payroll that we have already generated and have it kind of printed. So let's go back and change the status of this payroll to finalize it so that we'll be able to add payment to it. So let's finalize this. Once finalize this and click on save. So you can now be able to the system will send notification. This is part of the notification every user that is in that payroll group will see. So you can now add payments to this payroll group by clicking on this action menu and click on add payment. So here you have each of the employee, their gross amount, their bank details, and how you're going to pay them. So if you are paying through them via cash or via bank, you have to select that when you're adding the payroll. So let's say we are going to pay this owner's account via cash. So we select cash, and we are paying this person admin via bank. So once you have done this, you click on add payment, and the system asks, are you sure you want to submit this? Please know that payment posting cannot be reversed. Okay, once you press OK, the system pays for that payroll. So if you come back here to view all the payroll, you see that the payment status is all paid. So you can also view the payment slip, and you can see the history of the payment of this payroll. So that is it. Then um, uh, this is all based on the permission and the roles and permission that any of the users have. So and what they can see here also depends on that. So for some user that doesn't have this permission, they have this my payroll button that when you click, it shows you a kind of a, a breakdown of your salary and all your payroll that you have received so far, and you can view the individual slip on this. So let's go and add okay, that'll be enough for this video. In the next video, we'll move over to the accounting part of the system. Or before we close this, let's add expenses. So before you add expenses, okay, let's leave it in the next video. Thank you very much.